Hey, what's going on? This is DJ Tasi. I'm over here at Rapbay, and I'm sitting down with Kariem of Black Dynasty. What's up, man?
What up, though, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. You know, we here to talk to you about this new project, the re-release of Deep East Oakland, Black Dynasty's Deep East Oakland, and I wanted to get some history personally myself. I love, you know, I'm a big fan of Bay Area music.
That's right.
And I love the history of Bay Area music, and I want to know more about it. And I know the people also want to know more about it.
Yeah.
So I know you guys, you and Stewart, started back in the late '80s, right?
Yeah. Well, Dion here got out of jail about '88, and we go way back, you know, all the way to like '84 when we were in grade school together. But when he got out of jail in '88. That's when we hooked up, and that's when I really found out that he could rap, you know what I mean? And we just got together, man. We formed a group, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So were you rapping then too, or was it just him?
Yeah, I've been rapping for a long time, you know, for a long time. Ever since I was like, 15 years old, yeah, for a very long time, yeah.
So it started in the late '80s, but when did you guys start recording music?
We really started recording music about in '89. I had a few cousins out there in East Palo Alto that had their own record label, Flaming Flam Records, and we went out there, and he told me that he was starting a rap label, and I was like, wow, well, me and my buddy, we rap, you know what I'm saying? So it just happened to be a coincidence, and he put us in the studio, Bankroll Studios out of San Francisco, out of Fillmore. That's where they had RBL, Cool Nut, SIC, you know, that's where everybody used to record, Bankroll Studio. And yeah, we started recording there. And then that's when we recorded our first album, 8 Ball in the Corner Pocket, the single.
Okay. Yeah,
the maxi single, yeah.
Dope. So, you know, I know the single Deep East Oakland, I'll be honest, if you go to any Raider tailgate party, and you know the DJs with the shit if Deep East Oakland is playing. I always say that song and Richie Rich's Sideshow. Those are the two songs. If I hear a DJ playing them, I'm like, okay, yeah, we know where this DJ from. We know he with it, you know?
That's crazy that song lasted so long. I had no idea that song was gonna last this long. But I knew when Dion came up with the name Deep East Oakland, I knew that we were on to something, because he was the first person I ever heard say Deep East Oakland. I mean, we knew different parts of Oakland, but he was the first one I ever heard say that, Deep East Oakland. He said, man, we're gonna make a song called Deep East Oakland, and we're gonna use this Timex Social Club beat, and we're gonna mix it. Because if you listen to our beat, it's mixed with I think it's the Luther Vandross. But the Loonies end up redoing it, you know, and that's how they came up with 5 on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we all were one big clique. See, people don't know that. Drew Down, the Loonies, EA Ski, Sway from the Breakfast Club, you know, stay right up the street. So our whole block was full, you know, musical talent. Richie Rich, the Governor, Tupac, everybody hung out within those 5 blocks, and the 50th Ave all the way to 55th Ave.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a melting pot, man, you know.
Yeah. So did you do a lot of features and a lot of work with a lot of those artists, or was it everybody kind of had their own thing going?
See, back in the days, people wasn't really doing features. The first feature I ever heard was when Gov put Richie Rich on Never Got Gaffer Like That, and Tupac, I think, was on that. And then we came up with this crazy idea just to put Drew Down and Dangerous Dame. I mean, I really never heard of a feature, you know, because it was Too Short.
Yeah.
See, Too Short had the game on lock. And Too Short, when he did an album, it was nothing but Too Short. So nobody was doing features. And I said, let's put Drew Down and let's put Dangerous Dame on there. Because this was before Droop even dropped his album. We put him on. So we was the first group to ever put Drew Down on a feature.
Okay.
You know, so nobody was doing features, you know. Everybody was just, they had their game tight. And Richie Rich, he had his little crew, so you would hear his crew, you know, 415, but that wasn't considered features, you know.
Yeah.
So we were one of the first groups up out of the town to actually do a feature. That's what made that song so exciting.
Yeah. That's dope. So working with a lot of the artists back then, how can you compare it to like these days now? Because I feel there's so much of a oversaturation of artists in Oakland, and there's a lot of great artists in Oakland.
Yeah.
And not just generally Oakland, but the Bay Area. What was it like back then, you know, making music?
It was energy, man. It was the thing about it, that story of putting Drew down to get on that record. We let him hear it, and then we went and got him. And I remember me and Drew was on our way to the studio. We almost didn't make it to the studio. I mean, because the energy was so hyped. We was on the freeway, right, and we was rolling. And Drew was about to miss the exit. So he just skirted across the freeway. We almost hit the barrier and everything. I mean, the energy behind that song was a lot of energy, and it was a lot of effort to get everybody into that studio I mean, that was one of the greatest verses I ever heard Drew spit. Is when he spit, it was the energy, man, behind that record. That's why that record lasts so long to this day, because of the energy. But then when it was time to shoot the video, we couldn't get him to shoot the video. We couldn't convince, because he had already blew up off Pimp of the Year.
Yeah. So
his head was so big, so it was hard to get Drew to get on there. So when you work with features and so many different people, it's really, sometimes I don't think it's really good to do a lot of features. But now features is just so like, man, if you don't have this certain person on your album, you're not gonna be able to sell. But you should be, you know, a big enough artist or a good enough MC to be able to carry your own album without, you know, getting off it. Because everybody's head is so big, it's hard to get, you know, everybody together like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a once in a lifetime thing.
So, you know, I always wondered this, how did the loss of Dion Stewart, how did that affect you and, you know, the group?
I quit, you know. After Dion died, I just stopped. I didn't want to capitalize off his death, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, some artists would die and then everybody I didn't want to capitalize off his death, you know. That was a big loss. I mean, we were doing big shows. We was Bone Thug, DJ Quick. I mean, we was doing shows all over let's call it the Southwest. 'Cause we did a lot of lowrider car shows. We did big venues, you know, 20,000 plus. I mean, we were doing big venues all over the place. And we came home, man. But it was just something. It was hard to get him out of that street life. You know what I mean? It was that street life, and I was telling him, man, check this out, we're gonna make it, don't worry. We just started to get paid for shows, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, it's the street life, man. You got a lot of these artists got to learn to separate themselves from that street, you know, that street life. I know that image is big right now, oh man, getting in trouble and all that, but it really don't pay. Not in any genre of music, yeah. It don't pay to do that.
So in a lot of your raps, I often hear you speak like Islam.
Yeah.
How did that play a role in music for you?
So me and Dion, that's where we first met, is at Islamic Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, when he was younger. Yeah, we used to tease him. As a matter of fact, I mean, I never thought we would click up and do, you know, rap, because we used to tease him, you know, when he was younger. And yeah, I mean, it always kept me on a positive vibe. Everything's positive energy.
Yeah.
You know, see Dion, he can flow in Arabic on the track.
Really?
If you listen to some of the tracks.
Yeah. What was it? Was it Ain't No Love?
Yeah, a lot of, if you listen to a few of the tracks, yeah, he would spit that Arabic on there, woo, woo, woo. When we would go battle, like if we would go on the Sway Breakfast Club, we'd go on late night with Sway and them. If we get into a battle, everybody freestyling, flowing, then he'll kick that Arabic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like poetry, you know what I'm saying? It gave us a one-up, you know. It just kept us on a, you know, kept everything positive, man, you know. We had a lot of positive energy around us. It's just that, man, people was infiltrating because we coming up out of up off the turf. And a lot of people infiltrated and got Dion to do those different things.
Yeah.
It was infiltration. You know, they was after Drew, they was after the Loonies, everybody. There's a lot of haters. That's why Loonies came up with, why you wanna play a hate on me? They was going through some problems. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, man.
I mean, I feel like back then too, the spotlight was on very few.
Yeah.
So, you know, like you said, it was just a small clique of people and y'all was
Yeah.
all grouped up and
Yeah.
it was really just y'all who were the forefront
Yeah.
of Oakland music. So, you know, I could see how that spotlight would just be on you guys and you know, the people around, especially, you know, in the Bay Area, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
And and that was a time too when it was real separated. San Francisco and even East Palo Alto and Oakland, you know, people just, it was, if you were just here, you were in Oakland, you're in Oakland. You're in East Palo Alto, you repped East Palo Alto. San Francisco, you repped San Francisco, you worked with those artists, so on and so forth. But I want to talk about this project right here, Deep East Oakland. This is a re-release, right?
Yeah, we re-released it, you know, because people, you know, they constantly asking for it, you know, or they want to figure out where they can get it. So I took it upon myself, you know, to press, you know, press up some copies and just put it back on the street. You know, you can get it on iTunes. You know what I mean? You can go to Rapbay. You know what I mean? Get it off the website. So
yeah, I think it's important too for the re-releases and especially with the kids today because they're hearing a lot of the new artists. You know, coming up out of Oakland, you know, you have your Boss Life, Spence, you have OGs like Filthy Rich, and a lot of the listeners are going back to find out who inspired them.
yeah,
You know, so and then I even my daughter, she's like that. She goes back, oh, did you know Tupac worked with this group, Digital Underground? I'm like, wow.
It's history, man.
Yeah. So, and I think that's the cool part about where we're going right now in this music game is people are loving to be kind of historians about the music. So that's good. You know, I want to listen to this again. I've listened to this a long time ago, but I definitely want to check this out again.
Yeah, it's a classic, man. It's a classic.
Yeah. What was it like recording this?
You know what? I'll never forget tell this story because my stepfather, he was OG, man. You know, OG out of the penitentiary, big swole dude. He was well known in the hood, right? You know, Bradshaw. And one of his pet peeves was that I didn't touch anything of his in the house. And he had this radio, you know what I mean? He had this radio, and I was like, man, that's a liar. That's big fat boom box. And I was like, I need to write this song, but I don't have anything to play this beat on. So one day, while he was at work, I took the radio, and I took it to my little studio, which was around the corner. And I had the beat that I got from G-Man Stan, because G-Man Stan made that beat out of Haven, Frisco and Haven, Guitar Man Stan. So it was man, I love that beat. So I said, I gotta write this song. So I put the cassette tape in, I'm bumping it. And then here he come. He got off work, here he come around the corner. You know, big OG, 20-inch arm, you know what I'm saying? He come, boom, busting in my studio. He said, man, I thought I told you not to touch my stuff. I said, man, I'm trying to write a goddamn hit. I told him, I said, I'm trying to write a damn hit. And he looked at me, he closed the door and he left. You know what I mean? So the energy behind that song, it was a desperation. See, in the Deep East Oakland, see, Black Dynasty, we never bragged about ourselves. You know what I mean? We would talk about, people would come up to us and tell us stories, and that's what we wrote about. Yeah. And even the name, Black Dynasty, it means like a black family. It's not like, oh, I'm rapping this or I'm rapping around. No, we didn't have no rap names. Black Dynasty, Deep East Oakland. It's about the city. The city has so much energy and so many stories. You have so much fun, different eras. I mean, it was just so much behind Oakland. Even right now, Oakland with the gentrification and all the new buildings going up and the festivals at the lake and the lake is coming back. I mean, Oakland got so much energy, man, and it's ready to explode again. It's gonna keep exploding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna keep exploding over and over. So the song is about the city. It's about the city, straight up, man. You know, I've been up and I've been down, but East Oakland's still my town. You know, that's what it's about, man. You know, I mean, Oakland, man. Oakland will whip your butt, man. But then you just love that city. You know, the sun is shining. You know what I mean? You just love that city. You know, I want to give a shout out to you know, Big V from the Delinquents, because Delinquents played a big part in Black Dynasty, because Delinquents, they really had the city on lock. Truth be told, they had the city on lock. they had the city on lock. And every time they would do a show, I made sure Black Dynasty was there. Every time they gave a picnic, I would make sure our presence was shown. You know, Vidal, he put out records. He's been putting out records since, I think, '85, you know. Vidal been doing it. And G-Stack used to come to the house before he was off fly. G-Stack would be right at the house. You know, Pooh Man used to be at the house. Peak to Sneak, BA, all them, everybody, right there on the block, man. The 500 block had a lot of talent over there, you know. The Gov, he had his studio over there, so. You know, we all fed off each other, you know, to create that Bay Area vibe, yeah. You know.
What's one thing you want to let the people know about this project and why they should take a listen to it?
Because it's a classic, man. When I put it in, I'm bumping it, you know. My favorite track is DP Oakland OG Mix, 5 on it. Ain't No Love in the City Streets.
That's my favorite.
That's a cold one.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, that's a cold. And that was some of the last songs. This is the last songs that Dion wrote. You know what I mean? If you listen to Ain't No Love in the City Streets, you can feel exactly what he was going through at that time. That's what he was going through. You know, these street problems. So he actually was writing. You know, kind of about like what ended up happening to him.
Yeah, you know, that's what I love about this project. It was a story.
Yeah.
You know, and it told the story of Oakland. It told the story of two men. And you know, Ain't No Love. That's why I love how it starts off. It just goes straight into it. And yeah, man, I appreciate you. You know, coming down. Make sure you get Black Dynasty Deep East Oakland available at rapbay.com. I want to thank Kariem for coming down, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Man, we gonna do some work, man.
Oh, for sure we will. All right, y'all. My name is DJ Tasi. Peace.
They wanna ride on the town, they call it East Side. They wanna ride on the town, they call it East Side. They wanna ride on the town, they call it East Side. We're shooting the craps, riding the boats, getting down in the place we call the Killer Field. Brothers hitting licks, buying kicks, doing drug deals. Gotta watch your back for them black cars. In the undercover, call the track star, punk ass bitch. Money good, money gone, money in my hand, pushing rocks on the block, cause I live in Copeland, and it's the only way to survive. Either kill or be killed, push stumble, working 9 to 5, and ain't nobody gon' pay you rent. Money gone, money spent, got you living at the 6 pence, and don't trip seeing sisters in the welfare line. Cause in the ghetto it's hard times. Let's take a trip to the East Mall or to the hoop courts to play some basketball. It's like that, y'all. I'm from the town, y'all. We young brothers getting rich and taking downfalls. I'm seeing old school homies every day of my life. Used to be rich, but now they smoking the pipe. But that's the game, my brother. It's staying alive. It all started off in '85 when all the big time brothers had all the D. Wanna make some money, you better grind for me, nigga. So I'm posted on the spot, just slanging the D. Oakland, California, that's the coke in the palm trees. Everything is alright. Got a beat from the po-pos, they say you getting jacked tonight. Jealous cops wanna treat you like a chicken wing. Got my Tech 9, guess they try to prove it Rodney King. On the strength of a black man, making men. Money flowing like a river, got the clientele. So I'm sitting here thinking about the shit that I could've had. But Oakland treats me so bad. Roll up the dank, take a rig, stick the zigzags. And if you ever come through and you're thinking about posting, keep your getting these stoked.
I've been up and I've been down, got my feet up on the ground, but it's Oakland in my town. Yeah,
I'm bumping, sitting at the long red light. It's night, my Dana's like shining hella bright. My knuckles keep spinning, brothers keep grinning, but I don't give a damn, cause the brother's straight winning. I dip to the left, now I'm back towards the right. Made a left off High Street and then I smash past Fremont High. Us in the O, we right, rallies to flat caps to rallies and rallies on Dunlops. The next step is some Z's. No diamond in the back, just a sunroof, please. I'm off the roof saying trick, this the 5 in the 5th lane, doing about 50, going deeper to the east side. And ain't no stopping till I have to, and when I have to, I'm stopping for a 6-pack of proof. And go pick up the dame and see what my folks from the town
nemesis. I'm from the town where the brothers be relentless. It's called the O. As if you didn't know, brothers slanging yayo out to make they mayo, but they ain't trying to hurt a soul, just going for they goal, to always keep them pockets on strong, and they never gonna empty them. They got broads on Pablo and they pimping up, all kind of tricks of the trade. So tell me why you think they need a job to get paid. The game is not a whitey industry, it's made for the blacks, strictly for gorillas. See, it's called Max Sauce. I know you wanna get it, you can't buy it at the store. See, we was born with it. I got a bone to pick, so I'ma pick a bone. Do almost any damn thing to get my Skrilla on, but I won't take from a brother even though I done took, because I know that I lie will go by the book. And if I do lots of wrong, I'm having downfalls, but if I do lots of good, I'm coming up, y'all. That's just the rules and I'll be true till I die. You're disrespecting the name, I'm taking two to the eye. Now tell me, why do the rap sound so damn saucy, and why do these player haters always cross me? But I ain't tripping, cause they can beat Compton Savage beats in the wildest part of Oakland called the Deep East. Oakland up 6 in the morning, giving an early morning yawning as I rise up from my pillow, stretching like a weeping willow. On the east side we ride from the morning to night. I'm slipping on my Nike slippers to the bathroom I glide inside. I washed my face and then I took a leak. Pulled out my Flintstone toothbrush just to brush my silver teeth. Weather relief, mirror, mirror on the wall, who do you see? He said the coolest player of them all, looking right at me. Slid on my 501s, I got them sagging kinda baggy. Eddie Bauer sweater, cause that khaki look is tacky. Giving my thanks to Allah, just to see another day. The hoes are blowing up my page. Kariem, come out and play. That's what they say. Sorry, hoochies, I can't say. I got a ride the Foothill Strip in my 7 tray. Just peep out what's next, check it out. I'm about to flow, jumping in my photo ship because it's time to G.O. Striking through the roller 20s by the Jumo spot. What's the word on 23rd?